Hey everybody, Mr. G here, and I want to talk to you today about an activity that I do every semester about food. You like food? I love food. Who doesn't love food? Who doesn't love talking about food? So what I have them do is they go home and create a poster board to introduce food from a different country. Now, the class before they do this, I will introduce vocabulary and dialogues all about food. So that way they're a little bit prepared to talk about food. And they have those vocabulary words to describe the dishes and the flavors and the taste. So they go home and they need to prepare pictures and descriptions of main dishes, dessert, staple foods, and drinks. And they come to class with their big poster board and they're going to give a presentation to their classmates. So a common problem I see in a classroom is that the teachers will have them one by one present, which is okay, but I find that the students, they're really bored for an hour and they only get to speak for about 2 to 3 minutes during their presentation time. So I wanted to change that. How could I get them to speak more and not have all that pressure of 20, 30, 40, 50 students watching them at one time? So you're going to need a large space. Maybe 2 classrooms or a very large classroom for this activity. What you have them do is one group will present to a few other groups, while at that same time on the other side of the room you have another group presenting to other groups. So you break them up pretty much and you have 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 different presentations going on at the same time. And this really allows them to relax and speak more freely and speak more confidently, because there's no teacher there watching them. There's not a large amount of students watching them. And they get really nervous, and I'm sure you know how they get really nervous. So I have found this works really well. They kind of relax and they get in the zone more and they laugh and they talk about the food, and it just seems more fun for everybody. So let me show you some in-class examples of how I did this.
Alright, so I've changed it up a little bit. I have 6 groups speaking at a time, 3 per classroom. And then we have the listeners here taking notes on what they learned. They have to fill out a form like this. This is what they learn about each country. And then this is what they find, which country they feel that has the best dessert and best drink and so on. Alright, so now I have a much larger classroom to work with. So I have them in different groups. I've given every group a number. I have 20 groups, and we're doing 5 groups are speaking at one time. So group 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then other groups are sitting listening to them. And then about 5 minutes, we'll have them rotate. So every group can speak about 2 to 3 times. And then the people who are sitting will then get up to speak.
The alignment, so it's like a perfect match. The next one is grace point.
I've done this a few different ways. I will have them present, or I will allow the students to freely move about the classroom and visit different countries.
So I found that when they're able to freely move between countries, it works really well, because it's more relaxed and the students have more of a conversation than a formal presentation.
If you don't like this, you can choose other things. For example, red beans.
So I used to allow my students to choose their own country, but I found that a lot of the students were choosing the same countries, and it was really boring listening to the same country over and over again. So what I did this time instead is I assigned countries, and it worked much better. Mainly because I gave them countries that they don't have a lot of experience with. So they were able to learn about a new country, and their classmates were able to learn about a new country. So it kept it fresh and new and exciting, and it was a lot better. Another tip would be to, after about 3 or 4 minutes of presenting, allow them to rotate. They can move to a different group and have a fresh audience. This allows them to practice more and get more comfortable before their actual presentation. So you can have them present in front of the class as well, but usually because of time, I don't have that much time, so I have them speak individually within their groups. Overall, this was a really fun activity. The students had fun, I had a lot of fun, and it works really well every semester. So please, try it out in your classroom. Let me know how it goes. What things do you do differently? What works? What doesn't work? All right, guys, have a great day. See you guys.